Today we're going to be going over how to graph these linear equations. So the steps to graph are always going to be the same. First, we start with the y-intercept. Second, we graph the slope, and then we connect all our lines together. So starting with the y-intercept. The y-intercept is always the number at the end here. So in this case, we have an intercept of +1. So I'm going to draw a dot at +1. Next, we need to work on the slope. The slope is 2x. So first of all, we have to note if the slope is positive or negative. This one is positive. Second, I look at the value of the slope, so it's 2x. So this means that I need to go up 2 spaces. I go up because it's positive, and I go up 2 spaces because that's what the slope is, and then I go to the right 1 space. I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And we can continue to follow this pattern the other direction as well. Once we finish drawing our points, we can graph them. I'm going to draw a line that's connecting all of our points here. And this would be our final graph. The intercept is at +1, and the slope is 2 over 1. Let's look at a second graph. This one has a negative slope, -3x, so we'll need to graph that differently. And our intercept is +2. So always start with the intercept. We start with +2, so I'm going to put a dot right here. And then our slope is going to be different. Because we have a negative slope this time, it means that we need to go down 3. So we go down 1, 2, 3, and then always go to the right 1 space. Down 3 spaces to the right. Down 3 to the right. And then I'm going to follow the same pattern and extend the line over here. And then I'm just going to connect my dots together. I'm going to draw a line connecting these, and this is my final equation. -3x + 2. Okay, we'll do a couple more for a little bit of practice. This one is y equals -x + 3. Again, always start with the y-intercept, so I'm going to put a dot at +3. And then I need to graph this slope. This slope has a negative sign in front of the x, which means it's -1. Whenever you have x by itself, a variable by itself, there's always a 1 in front of the number that is not written. So in this case, we have -1 as our slope. So -1 means that we need to go down 1 and to the right. Remember, anytime we have a negative slope, we always need to go downwards. I'm going to follow this pattern, and then I'm going to connect my dots here. And this would be our equation for this graph. Lastly, we're going to do y equals 1/4 x minus 2. So we start again at the intercept. This has a negative y-intercept, so we need to start down here at -2. And then we need to graph this fraction a little bit differently. The numerator of the fraction, the top number, is your rise. So this is how far you're moving up and down. The bottom number is your run, which is how far you're moving to the right. So the 1 means that we go up 1. And then the 4 means we need to go 4 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we keep following that, go up 1, then go over 4 spaces. I'm going to extend this over here as well so that we can connect our full line. And then I'm going to change the color. I'm going to draw the line connecting all of these dots right here. And this would be our line for the equation y equals 1/4 x minus 2. So every time you graph, you always start the same way. Put a point on the y-intercept, follow the slope, either rise or run, and make sure that if it's a negative slope, you're starting by going down. If it's a positive slope, you start by going up.